And that's a mistake, because then we start thinking, oh, everything is resources but us. And that's a mistake, because Gaia doesn't think that way. The planet that we live upon has a life of its own, and things happen because of this life. So many species have become extinct. So, it's a bit like a computer system. It kicks you out when you are spamming the web. You have to be careful. And we know that today the crises we are confronting are tremendous. I don't think that humanity has ever been at such a crossroads of making certain decisions.
You're listening to an interview with Serena Anderlini-D'Onofrio, author of Gaia and the New Politics of Love, Notes for a Polyplanet. We continue.
How can polyamory save the planet? My book explains how polyamory saved the planet, but we must not forget that when we say save the planet, it's a bit of a metaphor, because the planet will save itself. The planet might become a rock like Mars and Venus, but it will be there. We may not. So in a way, we must save the planet to save ourselves, because we're not more powerful. We are actually much less powerful.
Say something about your book.
Oh, well, yes. This is the third book that I am the author of, and I have done also a number of collections. It's my favorite book. It has been a wonderful experience to write it and rewrite it. I have written it under the inspiration of a wonderful partner that was very close to me at that time, and it is dedicated to him. And it is exactly the book I want it to be. I have worked wonderfully with the publisher North Atlantic Books, and the whole production process has been done with a collective that is very symbiotic, and we've looked at every detail. There have been moments of excitement, moments of tension, but we always had this goal in mind of really creating the book that we wanted. And I want to read. If you could stop maybe for a minute. I want to read. Here it is. This is the mission of North Atlantic Books. Our mission is to affect planetary consciousness, nurture spiritual and ecological disciplines, disseminate ancient wisdom, and put forth ways to transmute cultural dissonance and violence into service. So when I saw this mission, I said, well, they will find out that my book really serves that mission. And that was true. They made the decision based on this alignment. And I think, often of many presses that do academic publishing, and I feel that would be a wonderful mission for them as well, to feel that that's the mission. And I, as an academic, I wrote this book for a general public. I really made an effort to use a language that is really accessible and to make it passionate and exciting. Like any book, not a study necessarily. And that's why I rewrote it. And at the same time, I also was trained as an academic, so I have this need to document everything I say with a million sources and make sure that people can track me, how come she's saying this, where does she get it from? And so it has both virtues of being a book that people can read and can become passionate and excited about, and also that it is very well documented according to the best rules of scholarship. And to find a publisher that will do that is not easy.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure
Same
talking
here.
with you, and I wish you the greatest success with this book. And I think it's a book of the times today. It's definitely a book that's coming of the times and where we have to go. And I see you being a leader in this field.
Thank you. I'm very honored.
You've been listening to sexual energy educator Anton Diaz's interview of author Serena Anderlini-D'Onofrio. Serena's new book, Gaia and the New Politics of Love, Notes for a Polyplanet, is available on order from local booksellers and at Amazon.com.